everybody, welcome to our English department of Alwaha Language School. Today we are going to complete what we have started before. We stopped last time in Unit 12. Today we are going to complete with Unit 13. Now let's start firstly here with exercise number 2. Here complete the text chat with these words. Here we got a text, text chat, and we need to complete the empty places here with these words in the box. Now let's start. Ali just called. He said that he was enjoying his trip to Saqqara with his father. He said that they were staying at a farm where there were a lot of animals, including goats and buffalo. He said that they were traveling around the desert on horses. What did he say about Saqqara? He said that what was beautiful, with green areas by the river and the big white sand what of the desert. Now here we got number 2. The answer will be scenery. The answer will be scenery. He said that the scenery was beautiful, with green areas by the river and the big white sand dunes. And dunes here means big amounts of sand which is existed in the desert. That sounds like fun. What else did he say? He said that they were learning a lot about the desert from their Walid. He said that they were learning a lot about the desert from their Walid. The answer will be guide. The answer will be guide. He said that they were learning a lot about the desert from their guide Walid. He said that Walid was going to take them to an animal clinic in a nearby village. There help the farmers to look after their animals. So finally the answer will be the vets. I think Ali is having an interesting time in Saqqara. Lucky him. Now choose the correct answer. Ali is traveling to around Saqqara on horses. Exercise number 2, choose the correct answer. Number 3, choose the correct answer. Some of the whole area is covered in sand dunes. The answer will be some of the. Now the whole area is covered in sand dunes. Walid knows or is learning a lot about the desert, so the answer will be Walid knows a lot about the desert. Ali has or hasn't been to visit the animal clinic yet. The answer is Ali has been to visit the animal clinic yet. Hasn't been to visit the animal clinic yet. Guides or vets help animals at a clinic. The answer will be vets. Now let's go to page number 20. Okay, and on this page there's a grammar lesson, and this grammar lesson has already explained by our staff, which is the reported speech. Okay, again for the second time, as we said before, that this grammar lesson has already explained by our English staff in the A level, which is the reported speech. So we are going to answer just the questions. Number 1, exercise number 1, underline the verbs and the pronouns in these sentences. Here we got many sentences here, and we're going to just underline, put line under the pronouns and the verbs. And we are going to say what's the difference between sentence A and sentence B. Let's start. Number 2. We are staying at a farm. We are staying at a farm. So the pronoun here we, and the verbs here are and staying. Are staying. B. He said that they were staying at a farm. He said that they were staying at a farm. So the pronoun here, they, and the verb is were staying. Sentence number 3. The scenery is beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. He said that the scenery was beautiful. In sentence number 1, the verb here is, but we don't have any pronouns here. Okay? In sentence number B, he said that the scenery was beautiful. The scenery was beautiful. So the verb here is was, and there isn't any pronouns here. 4. Walid is going to take us to an animal clinic. Walid is going to take us to an animal clinic. He said that Walid was going to take them to an animal clinic. He said that Walid was going to take them to an animal clinic. In sentence number A, we don't have here any pronouns, no, but we have here a pronoun, sorry. We got here us, is a pronoun. And we got here is going and take are verbs. In sentence number B, we got here the pronoun them and was going and take are verbs. Now let's start answering exercise number 2. Complete the sentence into reported speech. Sentence number 2, I'm going to visit my grandmother, said Hannah. Hannah said that she was going to visit her grandmother. Number 3, Aunt Nadia is coming for lunch with us on Friday, said Mom. Mom said that Aunt Nadia. Number 3, Aunt Nadia is coming for lunch with us on Friday, said Mom. Mom said that Nadia was coming for lunch with us on Friday. Number 4, you can play tennis on Saturday. Mahmoud, said Anas. Anas told Mahmoud that he could play on Saturday. Now, take turns to complete these sentences, then tell the class what your partner said. So it's up to you, it's your own answer. You can write whatever you want. My favorite sport is, and write whatever you want in this exercise. Now, in lesson 3, in page number 21, match these words and the pictures. We got here number 1, tent. 1, tent. 2, cave is already answered. 3, bats. 3, bats. 4, path. 4, path. Okay. Exercise number 4, listen again and answer to the question. I'm going right now to say the listening part. Listen carefully and please write down in an empty paper your answers because we're going to check them together. There's the dialogue between two persons, Hisham and another boy. Hisham will start. Hisham, have you ever seen the desert? Boy, no, I haven't. I mean, I have seen a lot of photos of it, but I have never been there myself. Hisham, don't you want to visit it one day? Boy, well, yes. But the thing is, I'm really frightened of snakes. There are a lot of snakes in the desert. Hisham, that reminds me on a trip we once took to Dajra cave. Our relatives from France were staying with us for a holiday and they wanted to see it. Anyway, we left Cairo early in the morning. It took us almost a day to drive there. Boy, did you go into the cave when you got there? Hisham, no, because it was getting dark. You see, we were tired from the long drive, so we put up our tent and started to cook our dinner. We ate under the stars, far from any lights. I feel like I was the only person on the earth. Boy, I know what you mean. I love camping. Anyway, you were saying. Hisham, yes. So we slept outside, and the next day we spent the whole day inside a cave. It's the most amazing place. The rocks look like frozen waterfalls. Boy, were there any bats? Hisham, perhaps, but I didn't see any. They were probably sleeping. Anyway, after another night in a tent outside the cave, we drove further into the desert. Boy, weren't you nervous? Yes. There weren't any other people or cars around at all. We stopped for lunch, and my uncle and cousin went for a walk along path. Then, suddenly we heard them shout, "Come and look what we have found!" Boy, what was that? It was a huge snake. Well, I never run so fast in my life. Now let's start answering exercise number 4. Here we got question number 2. Who did Hisham visit the Dajara cave with? His relatives from France. His relatives from France. How long did it take them to get to the caves from Cairo? It took 1 day. It took 1 day. Number 4. Why didn't Hisham see any bats in the cave? Why didn't Hisham see any bats in the cave? Because they probably were sleeping. Because they probably were sleeping. Number 5. Why was Hisham nervous of traveling further into the desert? Because there weren't any other people or cars around at all. Because there weren't any other people or cars around at all. Finally, number 6. What frightened Hisham at the next day? What frightened Hisham the next day? He was frightened because he saw a huge snake. Now, let's go to page number 22. In this page, we got an activity, and this activity, we're gonna to put these words in these circles. Here we got many kinds of animals. We use them. We want to pick up or get or write here in this place the animals that we use them for meat or milk. Here, for an example, we got goat, cow, and buffalo, sheep, and maybe camel. Not maybe, but sure, camel. Okay. This is for the animals we use them for meat or milk. They are pets. What are the pets? Cat. We got goldfish, and in some cases rabbits. They work for us. Donkey, horse. Now let's go to page number 23, exercise number 1. Here, complete the sentences. Number 1 is already answered. My uncle is a vet. He works at an animal clinic. The what around Fayoum is beautiful? The answer will be the scenery. There are sand dunes around Wadi Raya. Number 3, a what is a big hole in the side of a mountain? A cave. A cave is a big hole in the side of a mountain. Number 4, I don't really like sleeping outside in a tent. I prefer sleeping in a bed. The what showed us the way into the temple? The guide showed us the way into the temple. Here, exercise number 2, use reported speech. Salma told Hala, I want to show you a photo, Hala. So, the answer will be, Salma told Hala that she wanted to show her a photo. She wanted to show her a photo. Number 3, you're going to do a spelling test. The teacher told us that we were going to do a spelling test. We were going to do a spelling test. Number 4, I can invite you to my party. Ahmed said that. He could invite me to his party. He could invite me to his party. Number 5, it's going to be very hot later. It's going to be very hot later. The weather reporter said that it was going to be a very hot later. That's enough for this unit, and see you soon in another unit. Thank you very much.